Hey there, everybody. Welcome back yet again to another Quarantine Cup. We're going to start off here with the classic Amo xyrix match. Xyrix is actually here with me on commentary.
Yep. Hi, everyone.
So we have a unique... I'll try not to offer, not that I'm going to say anything that's really all that useful. But it's tradition to watch this game. So we ought to do it.
Yeah, it also keeps my streak of playing at least one game alive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what am I doing here? I haven't really looked at the board even. I got various cards.
Yeah, you can... The opening is at least pretty clear. You can quick click those, I guess, but then...
Yeah, I mean, I thought about doing the Sentry.
Oh, right, with the desperation,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel that. But
yeah, I don't know. I keep thinking that the desperation opens are bad, and then I keep losing to them. So
really,
I think they're better than I think.
I haven't. I guess I haven't encountered too many of them in the wild to say one way or the other. But I'm not a big fan of having that curse.
Yeah, I mean, me neither. But
I guess I'm waiting. I'll wait until I'm losing to them, and then I'll have to reevaluate. But for now, I'm gonna stick with not opening it for the most part, I think.
It's just strange how it kind of feels different to me than like playing the Curse Gold. Like I would play the Curse Gold to get Sentry like every time.
Right. Well, one thing with the Curse Gold is that it's, minus money essentially as far as openings if you don't play it. Right. So it's like it's not just that you're passing a 5, you're also passing up like a 4. Or it can be that anyway.
Mm-hmm. I feel a little bit tempting to get P ships on this board.
We've got some new people playing this week, so I hope these people who've typed Q in here have gone ahead and played each other. The gold. I guess it's hard to do much more than just have whatever number of magpies you end up with and then get some treasure.
Yeah. I mean, you can get the capital, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And buys.
Well, and it's also the dominate, right? It's pretty... I guess capital is probably you'd rather dominate every other turn than province both turns, so that capitals look pretty necessary.
Oh, I got 8 magpies. That's pretty good.
Oh wow, yeah, that is.
Let's pump these bad boys up.
Oh, Ammo's out.
All right. Pop results in here. All right. Now.
So nothing is started. We could just hop into one that maybe is ongoing.
Check out this Shanahan match.
Yep.
They're already in there. That makes sense. All right, what do you got here? It was nice, some peasant, destrier, quarry stuff. I guess you can't butterfly destrier into it itself.
No.
It sounds like almost something you could do.
I guess Shanahan gets to call teacher this turn, so he's probably gonna start firing off now. Well, but Derpion maybe just a turn behind.
Yeah, I don't know who's got that disciple. I guess Shanahan, that's a pretty nice thing to have there.
It's not even the border. Hey Libby, are you adding this border on this line in the spreadsheet? Or is that just some artifact? Oh, there's just like, I keep seeing, I'm sure it's not you then, hey Libby. Just in the sheet, there's like a, on the cells across line number 3 or 4, but it's 3 in the standings. It looked like it was trying to be like a border between top 4 and not, but it was on the like line above it. Anyway, sorry.
Derpion kind of needs some buys here. I feel like that's going to be problematic.
Oh, there it is again. It must be some formatting thing that happened.
I got the old return all the peasants to thwart your 3 pile.
Oh, that's kind of a scary. Peasant buy. Here, they can remember not to exchange and.
Yeah, there we go. I did that once, and I was very lucky that I had played my outpost, even though I wasn't anticipating not needing it.
Oh. Yeah, I'm trying to. I mean, I've for sure done it a few times. I don't remember if it was ever like actually costed me the game or not. It's harder when it's all these new people. I don't have these people in my friends list. Lou, Mirag, and Nico are just starting. We've got Oasis Cup purse looks reasonable. Peastone. Oh, Silver Covers also looks reasonable. Peastone, not convinced by. That's probably going to be tough to make very good here. Not really gaining.
Seems a little bit, yeah, a little bit better than normal, just because there's nothing else to do. But
that's the only thing it has going for it is there's like nothing competing really, but like just golds will compete basically.
Yeah, I mean, just playing like the swashbuckler bucket money or whatever.
Yeah,
like especially if your opponent has the cut purse, then that's gonna help you out activating that a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, though. Yeah, okay, they both have cut purse now. Yeah, that could net you some money actually. I don't know if everyone's reporting results. Maybe they're just still playing. Shanahan's result. Oh, there it is. All right. He has at least for the Peastone strategy, he's hit 3P when he's drawn the potion. So that's, half the battle as far as his deck. Now, potion now is just, way too late. Yeah, and buying cut purse over Peastone doesn't really make a lot of sense.
No, it's kind of unlikely to work out better.
It kind of works against you. I mean, for sure, the Peastones will not be huge, but I don't even know how Peastone works. What is it? Worth 1 per 5?
Yeah, like it'll get up to 4, I guess, here, which isn't the worst thing ever, but
yeah, but like right now they're still just 2s.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll get to 4. It'll get to 4, but only at the like very end. Even then, I don't know if you ever have that much in your discard and stuff. Probably you do.
I mean, it'd be nice to have the storeroom, I think. That way you can fish for them and also put more crap in the discard.
Yeah, I agree. Storeroom looks like a nice synergy for it.
You could just play a big old stack of pro livers and storerooms.
Yeah, really, storeroom and Oasis are not bad as far as the Peastone aspects here.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna open, storeroom potion classic open, good for hitting 3P.
Mm-hmm. So I can see it. I guess that could backfire on your cut purse hits, but
that's true. Yeah.
But I mean, not like anything else is like. I mean, silver is maybe a little more robust against that, but yeah, but definitely strange to pass up. Well, now into distant lands. They think they're just, I mean, of course they have museum and fairgrounds to incentivize buying a bunch of different stuff, but maybe a little too much of just buying random stuff. But it's not.
You don't really need to lead with the random stuff so much.
Yeah, but just it won't hurt them so much here, since it is at least they're like all sort of like obelisk-y, basically, like everything. Well, a little better than that even, but. Alibi's abandoning his league post.
Yeah, I have no idea what they argue about in mod meetings, but it sounds less interesting than playing Dominion.
It's gotta be worse. They just vote on, I don't know, whatever things. They just vote. They just vote a lot. They just vote on everything.
They presumably vote on what they want us to vote on at the town hall.
Yeah, exactly. Then they have to vote on whether they need to ignore what we voted on or not. Yeah. So there's just
quite the process.
Layers and layers.
So peace stones now at 4, soon to be 5.
Hey, Loomrog's gonna get the treasure chest. Won't matter, but boy, he'll have it. Or they'll have it.
Kind of like a card. Could give you 2 points for museum.
Yeah. Did they have the gold yet? Or did their score go up then?
I think they have golds already, yeah.
If I was Loomrog there, I would have just bought Estate, I think. And just saved my tokens for getting Province, but Estate is like quite a few points anyway. Like that should be an Estate. There's just, you're pretty unlikely to shuffle. Not impossible, but I guess I don't know exactly what's left in the deck. Maybe it's higher than I think. Now oh no, Distant Land's not what you want to buy there.
No, definitely would have gone for a nice duchy. Or fairgrounds, I guess, probably better. And who's got the duchy already? Yep. You that estate.
Yeah, I mean, if he just buys the fairgrounds, he's fine. They're fine for another turn. It looks like Shanahan and Kurova might play if Shanahan is still. Oh no, Shanahan got a game. I don't know how far. Oh, Amo and Shanahan. Oh, but they did just start, so we can watch that.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, obviously, someone's trying to sabotage Q Cup with these mod meetings.
There's been. It's, League is just afraid of being eclipsed by Quarantine Cup as the, premier competitive format.
Yeah, I mean, they're right to be afraid, I think.
Which could happen any day now. I mean, what did they open? Someone had the 5-2, which is really not very good here. And it supports Prince. That's interesting. I don't even know if it's worth doing. Like, it feels like a lot of value, right? Just because Prince is so expensive. But it's still...
I mean, it seems pretty good to me. Like,
yeah,
you don't have to buy cities right now.
No, but like... yeah, it's probably fine. I just think Prince is really bad.
Yeah, I mean, being able to like
that is
know
like
that you're gonna hit is pretty good. That's the main problem with Prince is just like you buy it and you don't have deck control, and it's just sort of all right. Now I've got a second Prince. That seems a little expensive. Prince is like there's no buy here really, so you just.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, you really just need to get to the pretty good at drawing and then green.
Mm-hmm.
Have a bandit probably. Another swashbuckler. I guess that's fine since you have the thing set aside.
Yeah, that's probably enough draw now.
The old autoplay silver. I would probably buy a bandit, yeah. And then I'm not even sure I would bother buying a city. I would probably just go ahead and...
yeah, I don't know even if I would have got the bandit. I feel like maybe you can just province.
Oh, they already have a city. Never mind. Yeah, how much money does Shanahan have?
I think he just got the 1 silver and the coppers.
Because, I mean, the bandit, I mean, if you hit it, I mean, I know it's just like be somewhat random, but still, if you hit that silver, it's pretty good. I just like, once you have a couple golds, like your dud hands are province buying hands. Yeah. So like, it just ups like what your duds do by a lot. Because he can trash copper while gaining gold, and then his stop cards are high enough value that he'll always be able to province. Like, he should trash a copper there, but
yeah,
I guess it's easy enough to just hit play all treasures.
Yeah, sometimes you've gone back and made that undo once, so it feels like you just should happen automatically again. You just spent the time thinking about it.
So many golds. Amo's just like, I'm gonna hit 8. I don't need to trash coppers.
Yeah.
But like here, you have to spend all the coffers though. So I mean, I guess you're not even really buying province. So
I mean, Amo's got the city, so you can just wait for golds to pile and then.
Yeah. Well, duchies will pile before that, but I think. Yeah, but that is a good point, that when they do have the duchies gone, then Amo will just be able to double. Probably. Maybe not, depending on his draw, but...
I mean, he'll have, 10 coffers or something by then.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess finding the city is difficult at this point.
Since right. Yeah, I guess that's the actual issue, whether you see the city or not. Don't trigger. No.
Yeah, definitely.
No. Definitely it's so bad. There's like 0 upside too. There's like absolutely no upside. That's so sad. He even stopped too. It wasn't like a quick click. Like he did stop and think about it. You could tell. But he threw his city away. Or threw it out of the shuffle. Why do you resign?
I guess it's probably not possible for him to draw out of that city.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking, though, that he could, like, double estate, but I guess that didn't quite cut it. Like, if he could have on the next turn, if he could have estated this turn and then on his following double, but he was first player, so it would have lost still.
Yeah.
You can see if Tracer found somebody or how far they are.
Turn 3.
It's not too good. Exorcist, Diplomat, Smuggler, Silver, Start the Cultist. Tracer's second Cultist now.
Do you even need cultists here? It seems like you could just go for pools.
Yeah. It would be nice if you could open another Trasher, but probably Exorcist and then a pool is fine. Not sure.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you just open excess smugglers.
I think if there's like any action card that trashed, I think definitely. But Crime Pool draws ruins, but still they do bad things to your opening hands.
Yeah, I just feel like with colonies, the cultist money thing by itself is not going to be good enough.
That's true. The delayed ruin market. So this turn you can delay ruin library and ruin village.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And then boom. Basically an engine. Oh, they didn't delay the ruined village. That would have actually helped here.
Yeah. Then you could delay the ruined market again you play the ruined market.
But they would have got to or delay the client.
Yeah.
But, oh well.
This is a really funny board, actually. Like, yeah, it's just better to delay ruined village than to actually buy any cards.
Yeah. Well, he had extra buy, right? So, or no, he didn't. Or he did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I was just talking about Tracer's turn where he had 5 coppers and just delayed the ruined village.
I didn't see his turn. Yeah, that's funny.
I don't know if Tracer got any ruined markets, which is maybe a little sad for him.
Yeah. Yeah, if it were close, that could matter. But I don't think probably. She's just going to delay the ruined village. Play those coppers. It's kind of sad. It's a pretty sad Groom board.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty rare.
Yeah, I mean, you can't capitalize it. Otherwise, like I think,
right.
if it was Ironworks, then maybe you get it and get capitalism just for that. But
yeah. Well, if it was Ironworks, you wouldn't care either way. If it was capitalism, too much. There, you can draw dead, but you would just be playing it for. Well, I mean, I guess you could have a bunch of Ironworks and then have them capitalized for some sort of estate thing. It's some sort of estate finish. Though I guess Groom can already kind of do that. Yeah, this is just not gonna. I guess the maybe nice trick Groom could do here is get double changelings.
Yeah, or changeling horse sounds pretty nice too.
Yeah, that could be worth doing. Oh, so late to buy the potion. Sometimes people need to like recognize that, like, even if yes, you ought to have gotten a potion, you can't do it now. Like, it's not helping you now.
Yeah, I mean, well, nothing much is helping you now. I guess.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those cases for sure. But the potion is definitely not helping you. I don't know why Tracer. I guess that was all the actions you really wanted to play anyway.
Yeah, I could be keeping something good on the bottom. I guess I don't know what it is.
Nice imp. Well, not nice enough, I guess. I was gonna sit. You mentioned this as well, but we should like periodically hop into the A-League match.
Yeah,
just for a status checkup.
Say hi to
go see what's happening there. They've been playing for 35 minutes. I would guess they probably only played one game. It's going to be my guess.
Yeah, that sounds about right. This one looks fun.
Guess I'll just ask Dombot. Yeah, just one. Naismith won the first one. Smith won the first one. All right. Villa Torture, fun. Inventor, fun. All right. Back to the quarantine.
Yeah, this looks like it might take another half hour.
I just hopped in Tracer's game, which I also think just started.
This one kind of looks like IGG's.
Yeah. It's one of those. I guess I can see not playing with them too, though. Not sure. Good draw for Tracer.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess if you're going to do the minion grave robber thing, then innovation is pretty nice for that.
Yeah. I think in theory, you can kind of clean up the curses some, maybe. Guess it'd be sort of hard to control. Maybe hit it sometimes with Mason. I'm not sure about Minion Shepherd.
Definitely, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, you want to do one or the other.
Man, I guess I'm fine. Like, maybe it's the best way to like open with it still, and then you just buy 5s, but they aren't gonna be too friendly in the future to each other. And Derpion's into the IGGs now. If he stays on him, we'll find out how it goes, but engineers are maybe a little weird to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really see it, but
Like what? Nothing's that exciting to gain. Anyway, this is definitely a hard. Well, it's hard if someone starts buying the IGG. Derpion keeps at it.
I guess there's enough nice stuff that you want. Like if you're gonna buy the bonfires, then you can just like have some shepherds and sellers, and that's sort of fine. Hammer away on Zombie Mason and hope to hit IGG.
Another IGG? Yes, no, maybe. That's weird. Oh no, that's not. That's not the buy. Bonfire there.
Do they even have the? That's okay. That's strange.
The shanty town, of course, there is bad.
Yeah.
Over spy. Yeah. Oh no. No,
yeah,
I don't. I don't think I care about losing pasture. I just don't. In general, maybe not at this point, but like I don't mind playing a deck here that trashes the estates and the pasture. Like if that happened, with Mason and stuff. But.
Yeah, it just feels like if you're doing that, you'd be, you'd have some minions.
Yeah, sort of definitely. Yeah. He should apprentice something here. Oh, wait, no, that Tracer should apprentice something. Derpion. Now he can Shantytown. Yeah, this is. Yeah, I think if he like that turning bonfires, if Derpion buys an IGG and then just like keeps buying IGGs, I don't know if he'll bury. I don't know if that he'll successfully bury Tracer or not, but the deck would at least
seem reasonable to like buy minion if that's sort of your long-term plan.
Right. Yeah, just anything that's like you're gonna keep hitting 5 would be nice. One of those. Is he gonna innovate? I guess I don't know how much. Once they have the Grey Rod bar, then innovation is really nice. The immediate, he might get a shanty or a zombie mason hit out of it. I guess actually you can just immediately use it if you are able to save an action on if you buy a grave robber. That could be nice.
Yeah, and I mean there's lots of good stuff in the trash. Well, I don't know good, but lots of reasonable stuff in the trash already.
Yeah. I meant whether the innovation. Oh, right. Yeah, either one. Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Like it seems like Derpion's deck, which has a lot of necromancers in it, is just really vulnerable to all the good stuff, just leaving the trash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Tracer got a Necromancer on top right away. Suppose there'll be quite a bit zombie apprenticing most turns.
That is really in some sense, the least weird draw.
You can play Necro Engineer. And then Shantytown buys gold. Tracer, I assume, is gonna apprentice. That didn't make any sense, this play. Oh.
I mean, you do want to take that apprentice, I think. I like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. The number of necromancers is probably right. Because sometimes it may hurt your consistency, right, to not have that in the trash.
Yeah.
But I guess I guess it just, you have to weigh that against leaving the access for your opponent. And like if your opponent had a grave robber, then you would not really want to leave it in there because they could just take it.
And they can just innovate one wherever they want, I guess. So.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm saying I would wait until my opponent had either bought. I'd have to think about it, but you might want to wait until the opponent either has grave robber or has.
Oh yeah, they don't even have it there yet.
Has innovation or grave robber. But maybe it's just better for your deck to go ahead and have it. I don't know.
So Derpion moves back to the GGs. I mean, it does still seem kind of difficult for Tracer's deck to deal with the curses, but I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
I would like Derpion to just buy provinces at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that really seems like
just put whatever pressure greening can put onto Tracer. But like,
yeah, I mean, Derpion's deck is fine. It's got like,
yeah,
you can play the necromancers as engineers and gain more shepherds and estates and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, as long as there's shepherds in the trash, it's gonna be fine. Yeah, I would really like to just start on the provinces. I think he probably province 4 or 5 times in a row without much issue.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess getting the innovation lets you play necromancer, play engineer, gain a shepherd, and do it that way. So it's a little nice for the consistency to have that first, but oh, that's kind of cute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, these order the order on these action plays. There have been a lot of Derpion plays of Shantytown with action cards in hand when those action cards were non-terminal.
Mm-hmm. They seem to mostly be ignoring the zombie spy.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like you want to gain the IGG there. But
I would certainly have. Okay, that's how Tracer's going to play on. Okay, that's fine then.
this is a pretty fun board, although I'm sure it's kind of maddening for the people who are actually playing it.
Mm-hmm. No, it's nice. It's like the question is like, does it actually work if someone starts buying, someone beelines IGGs? Does any of this that Tracer is doing come through?
Yeah, it kind of feels like it doesn't. I mean,
yeah. I'm not sure it does. It's kind of hard to tell, but
you could just do IgGs and like I don't know, like a couple rabbles to drive that home a little bit more.
Despite having all these action cards, Tracer really doesn't have like that exciting of turns in the end. Like he has to do a lot of clicking, but
yeah, I mean mostly he just gets like one province.
Yeah.
Out of it, which is fine, but kind of surprised that there's 9 minions in the supply still. Like that seems like the best card in Tracer's deck.
Yeah, I guess if you're adding the provinces at a, at this kind of pace, you might as well, or you might want to try to do shepherds more than minions.
Yeah, that's true.
If you think you're going to have green across 4 or 5 turns. There's a grave robber in there right now. This game is also, it's hard to, you have to like, Tracer's turns, you honestly have to like have the trash up the whole time. But then you have to switch to the log because the trash doesn't actually indicate what cards are playable. And so you don't know. To try and say what Tracer's options are at any given point is like really hard.
Yeah, it really would be nice if the trash had like some face up, face down indicator for the necromancer games.
Yeah. Yeah, you could have like a little, I don't know, any sort of little thumbnail of like the necromancer art with like a check mark or something. I don't know, anything like that.
Yeah, or you could even
can fade them or whatever. Fade them.
Yeah, just stick the X on top of the ones you can't play or whatever.
Yeah. Tracer could have just, pretty sure, gotta think, draws the blah blah blah. I don't know. I was thinking maybe he had a win, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, but I couldn't figure out how to make it work.
What exactly his hand is? Plays a seller, draws an necromancer.
Grey robber, minion.
There it is. That took a while.
It was not a direct route to a good deck.
Terrakiva's queued. I don't know if anyone... Oh, okay, Derpion's here. All right, perfect. A match is 1-1. Nobody has won more than 2 games? That seems so weird. Or so unlikely. It feels like games aren't being reported to me, but...
I mean, I see it with A-Libby at 3 wins.
Oh, maybe my... maybe my spreadsheet wasn't. My OBS capture is like not updated. That's really weird. You're still in 6th place. Things go really well, you might make the playoffs.
Just need everyone else to give up. What do we have here? Looks like
mostly just a hunting party stack, I guess.
Yeah, with some charms, I guess. There, the stockpile stuff is.
I guess I'm not sure if I get charm.
I think I want at least 1, but maybe that's that.
But if you get 1, then you're like committing to getting more, right? Because like the only charm thing is charm, hunting party, charm.
Yeah, it would be nice if hunting party was better at actually drawing a lot of charm.
Right.
Well, you might be
yeah. Like you'd be happier if you could do like stables here and do charm stable stuff. That would work nicer. But like the hunting party stack, I don't know that I want that many charms, and so I'm not sure if I actually want any charms. Just because I don't think there's like a pair of cards at the same price that I want to gain several of. I guess you could be doing charms and like maybe remodeling. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be fine. And also, I mean, 2 coins, 1 buy isn't like the worst thing in the world.
It's not. I don't know why my OBS is not. It's capturing these windows, but with the scores, but it's not updating them. It's like what they were like 20 minutes ago or something. 30 minutes ago.
I wasn't really expecting this to turn into a noble brigand fight, but I guess, if you get gold out of it, it's pretty good.
Yep. I think what I want to do here is open like Ray's remodel. Just try and have as many hunting parties as I can. I wouldn't mess around with castles, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, Castle's hunting party is like pretty classic AD synergy.
This is, I guess, pretty nice there, actually, that bit. 2 noble brigands. It's a lot of noble brigands to have.
It really is. Charm does not seem as good as having 4 stockpiles, but
Wait. Did they just choose not to play Noble Brigand? Guess because they thought it would... I don't know, that's weird. Another Noble Brigand buy. I'm confused. They just didn't play one, right? At the end of their hand, they just had one in hand.
No,
they played a small castle. Okay,
yeah.
That's why I didn't look at the actions, and I was looking at the play area. Got it. That makes sense.
I mean, it's kind of funny because buying Noble Brigand is a village, so that's the only village you get on this board.
So many Noble Brigands. And then Dirtbound's gonna be able to empty the provinces.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Terracubist has any stockpiles, so.
No, they do.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah, they have 4 actually, but it's like here, Dirtbound can buy province stockpile. Can even do gain silver. Can even do buy silver province and gain the stockpile. That I don't like. don't like taking the Grand Castle at all.
No, especially without MVP in your hand.
Yeah. Yeah, if it had been worth a little bit, then it would be fine, but you just want to be taking the provinces. And they could have got a stockpile back from the exile. Yeah, that looks like a really, like if the provinces are at 1 now and you have Terrakius would have fewer points, Derpion would have like a couple more. Look a lot better. I think you just buy a raise actually. Yeah, state doesn't help you. Yeah, that looks good. Be super sad. Yeah. Well, it didn't end up hurting him since he drew a copper. It's gonna be super sad when your hunting parties stop on province when they would have skipped it if you had bought one instead of that Grand Castle. What you really want to probably do here is get your stockpiles off the mat. Yep. Then you just kind of have to wait and see if Terracubus catches up on the Silk Roads or not in time.
Yeah, they have to be pretty big by now. I haven't really been paying tracking points.
I don't agree. Terracubus chose to pass on a... Well, okay, that's not clear. Well, now it's tied. Just gotta buy a duchy. And hope. I guess you don't have to buy duchy, but I think I would.
Does seem a little bit hard for Terracubus to hit 8.
Well, they have that, they have the opulent.
Yeah, that's true.
That was my thinking for how they would get it. But that, of course, is still just the one card. Yep. Yeah, I like the shape of Derpion's thing better. Wish you would have stayed focused on the provinces, but otherwise, looks nice. I don't know how far. Oh, that's pretty far. Don't watch. It's 1-2-1 Honda right now.
That's good for me, I guess. Yeah, I want Honda to get.
Yeah, you want Honda to get some, but not all.
Yeah.
Ammo and Tracer playing perfect. Perfect. Nice little vineyard board. Probably want a lot of sheepdogs and some displaces and just all the action stuff.
Yeah, I guess you can displace the vineyards into native villages or what have you.
Yeah, that's neat. Yeah, I like the silver sheepdog opening quite a bit. Here, I think Tracer should get another sheepdog, yeah. Then this would be counterfeit. Good draws for Tracer so far. Here I think native village. You could do a ghost town this turn, I guess. You do like CSM ghost town. You could do any of the 2s and 3s in whatever combo, or you can just get the displace.
Yeah, I think I would have taken second counter.
The reason to do it, the reason you might want to take the pair of things is just because you know you're gonna hit 5 here, probably, or you're guaranteed, I think, to hit 5 there, and you weren't gonna have buy this turn. So like if you were interested in having a village effect, that was the turn to try and get it. But you can, I mean, it wasn't like pressing either, so. Ammo's out. I guess that's fair, though it was a neat board. I wanted to see more. I wanted to see more of it.
Yeah.
But it's I mean, it was understandable. Tracer had totally clean draws, but well, that was disappointing. I was like, here we have a, you know, nice little game. And all right, so we've got 3 people who are 4-0. Hey Libby, Chess Tick, and Tracer. And then Shanahan at 9 with 3 and 2. So there's a little gap there between our top 3 and everybody else right now.
I'm lurking with 5 points.
And then xyrix, you just play a game. Play a game so you're in, you know,
all right.
So you're in contention and make Shanahan earn it.
Yeah, that's true. All right, is anyone? I'll have to watch out for when the queue actually opens up again.
We just gotta convince. We just gotta convince Tracer to play again. Well, maybe if we want you to win, maybe not. You should snipe someone else.
Tracer's
not to say that you wouldn't beat Tracer. That wasn't mine. Just that it. Is Tracer playing?
Oh, you're just playing a rat.
Oh, okay.
On that game board, we just saw it.
He had to do resume with bots.
Yeah. All right, I'll wait and see if Tracer gets in the queue and I'll snipe him. Oh, there we go.
Well, you just narrate it as if, you know, you're providing commentary for your own.
Yeah. You
game, and I'll just provide color commentary like, oh wow, bad draws here, tough luck.
Oh yeah, we got lamps, so definitely a lot of opportunity for that sort of thing. Oh, what do we have here? This looks like we want to get a bunch of wayfarers in academy. Let's do that. Goes for academy. I don't know. That feels early.
Tracer. Oh, you're one off. I was like, was that? And you just played the, but no. Tracer sees a lot of cards here, but also does not manage to activate. Does have a nice secret cave wayfarer by though.
Yeah, getting the 6 is pretty nice.
I am surprised Tracer played his second secret cave this turn. He didn't have to. But he is going to get there anyway. And also the lamp activation gives you the free wayfarers too if you want them. Cheap wayfarers.
He's more interested in doing storeroom library.
Yeah. Which I guess kind of, I don't know. I can see it.
It seems fine, I guess.
Yeah, I can see it. That was a weird shuffle. I guess he can fix it. Never mind. I was gonna say that he triggered a weird shuffle, but he can discard down to however many cards to draw up to the end. Yeah, you're toast.
Yeah, I'm pretty dead.
Unfortunately.
I guess I did need to get that academy sooner.
Well, we tried. I mean, I didn't help in any way. But, so we tried. You know? I encouraged. It would have been pretty funny though if you had made the finals with just 10. All right, Shanahan is in the meanwhile put up some more, so it wouldn't have worked out anyway.
What do we got now? Looks like Alibi just started.
Perfect. This is a pretty nice board too.
That's a pretty good capitalism.
Yep. Yeah, you can go pretty nuts with livery here. Which means you're probably not worried a whole lot about trying to do menagerie stuff. Yeah, you can just buy a bunch of liveries and then start buying like nomad camps and ironmongers if you get capitalism at some point. Some turn you do have to go ahead and take capitalism over some other thing, which is probably useful, but I think it's worth it in the end.
Yeah, it makes your ironmongers a lot better.
Like, it can feel sad to do it, but just especially because you know you're gonna have like here it doesn't feel so bad. This is a nice turn for Tracer to do it. If they were going to. Apparently not. I'm not does he not have a trace or raise anymore? No, he still has one.
It really feels like now when you're not passing up any horses to get it, you want to take it.
Yeah, like this is a nice chance here for Alibi as well. And you can play without it too. I mean,
I don't know. It feels like, in the end, you're passing up like a lot of reliability and and a decent amount of money to not have it. So.
New capitalism ironmonger here. Just going with the livery duster. Well, I guess, yeah. I mean, I can understand like not feeling that it's the best buy on a turn. I can kind of sympathize with that, but
yeah, they're not. They're still at the point where they're not limited by any of the stuff that capitalism really helps with.
Mm-hmm. Just some turn you'll have some sad times where you don't get the villages and you're like left stranded.
I guess maybe
that's a weird. It's a weird order there. It probably never matters, but it's a weird order.
Mm-hmm.
So like here, Tracer has 4 terminals and 2 actions.
Seems like it's time.
capitalism, Tracer. No. Guess even if you're off by one, you can convince yourself, oh, I just needed one more Ironmonger hit.
Yeah. And yeah, that's the other problem is you can just like once your horses get going, like you're just gonna overdraw, and the Ironmongers will be villages anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get them at the right time. I don't think what we needed there was more draw.
I think you would rather get the last Ironmonger and 2 horses or a nomad camp or something than a Destrier.
Yeah.
That came with nothing. Yeah, but still here, like this is action problems for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Capital, if he doesn't this time, he's just like not using his deck. Really weird. I would find it actually highly bizarre this time.
Mm-hmm. Like I would assume that he just there we go. It also will make most of his cards a lot prettier, which is a nice side effect. All right, E Honda is up to 3-1.
3. Somebody wrote out all the scenarios. I don't remember.
So now, if Naismith wins 2, he goes to the championship match. If Honda wins 1 or half more, I go. And if Honda does 5-1 or better, then he goes.
Someone even made a nice little table.
Yeah, I saw that. That was quite fancy.
Your section of the table is a small window, but it's there. It's a real possibility now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the with Honda already having 3 wins, its probabilities are ticking upwards.
Yeah, because a bunch of Naismiths have collapsed. Yeah, that's actually funny. Like, I think all of you have... No, Naismith only has 1 possibility where he gets in now. Yeah. Not that the tie ones are like equal, but everybody has 1 whole number outcome left. And then you and Honda have some tie outcomes.
It's pretty sad. I went this whole league season without any ties after really racking them up. My streak was broken. I was hoping it would just keep on, until I have a season of just entirely ties.
Complete ties. So Alibi hasn't had to capitalize. They've just been able to managed on the backs of ironmongers. Did anyone ever build up enough to like? I haven't been watching the game. When I looked at that table, does Tracer like how much money does Tracer make when he draws everything?
He should have a lot. He just has a lot of trouble drawing because Alibi has all the Destriers, or he has 4 to 2 on Destriers. And I guess, yeah, horse stuff hasn't been good enough.
Guess you buy Ironmonger. I guess you could buy Duchy, actually. I don't know if it helps you, but I don't know if it's very likely to help you.
Mm-hmm.
You need more. You need more money, don't you? Well, if you don't have the Duchy, then you're not in range either. Yeah.
Could have been Nomad Camp, I guess.
Just hits it exact. Probably going to be enough. It's nice when you're ahead in the dominate and you don't have to dominate at the end, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You just have to buy province. Nope, just a little short. I probably would have made Alibi draw the 8, but
yeah, it's Q Cup. I can't waste time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I would have. He didn't have to end it, right? He could have bought 3 duchies or whatever, and seen if Alibi drew. I mean, it was very likely Alibi was going to be able to draw, but I would have made him do it.
Yeah.
It would have taken maybe 10 more seconds. Because like Tracer can pretty easy just click duchies. He knows then he's going to draw the next turn. He'll gain 15 horses or whatever.
No, I mean, there's not the only reason not to buy duchies is like you just don't want to count up how many points dominate and duchy at this stage is. As I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back.
All right, so that brings Tracer still in the top 4, but no longer in the lead. Hamo and Nico are going to play here. Gonna be a city quarter wharf situation. Gonna be able to use Changeling. Gonna be able to use Changeling to gain extra city quarters. May have some hunting ground. There's a lot of trashing and then some trash for benefit stuff that could get some use with hunting grounds certainly as well. And beyond that, we'll just have to wait and see. There aren't really so many tricks for gaining changelings themselves. Besides, pretty much all the tricks are just like gaining 3s, so that buying them or using remake to get them, but there's no like it's not really a trick, right? It's just directly gaining the changeling for the most part. In theory, you could gain a changeling instead of a duchy off a hunting grounds trash, but that seems a little far-fetched that would happen at any point. In my opinion. What? I lost my scoreboard. I don't know why. OBS has been not kind to me.
I feel like you want a changeling there.
Quite nice here. Still 1-3 on the A game. Does Nico have a wharf? No, not a wharf down. Not a wharf at all.
They've kind of skipped a trashing, looks like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's going to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
Especially once these ruins start coming in. Even if you have the city quarters, I don't think it works out in your favor.
Yeah. I would definitely think about starting to remake some of these caravan guards into changelings.
Yeah, I agree. The economy from them is like just nothing, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's definitely, when you have the hand, you can do it and draw them and get the city quarters. I agree. It's like pretty clear. Yeah, you can do the city quarter storeroom stuff too, which is really nice. Yeah, I'm not really even looking for it, I don't think.
Yeah.
Looking for the changeling part. Yeah, you don't necessarily even really need more than the 2 wharves. Not that it would be bad to have another pair, but it's not necessarily the thing to spin a buy on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, especially for ammo, I mean. His current deck state.
He really needs like
Yeah, he's just underplaying. I mean, buying silver is bad when you can be buying storerooms.
I mean, I can't sympathize because it's a lot of thinking to get the CQ storeroom thing like ideally optimized, but
yeah. But when you have the first one, you don't have to do that even really, right? You just it is one of the awkward ones to count. But it's too good to not do. Mostly it's just like the thing you mentioned, the interaction you mentioned. It's sad not to see the getting the changelings, but Gold is even more sad. Yeah, that's...
He probably knows that we're here, you know, silently shaming him.
I mean, I wish he would... I just wish he would do the cool things on the board. That's all I wish. That's all I want.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got to give the specs what they came here
for. He's just settling for money buy. He's basically playing Smithy Village with plus buy. You know, I want him to do it all. Not too far from just a C's pile out. Probably next turn he can do that if he's looking for it. Well, certainly. I mean, next turn he can just end it if he's looking for it, because the changeling thing would just end the game. But well, he would need to score, so he might need a seize. But pretty easy pile out on the city quarters, caravan guards, and ruins if you do a seize. If the opponent, I don't know if they quite had it if they seize there, but.
No, I mean, they can't overdraw, I don't think. Or maybe they can with like a perfect draw. But
well, they had played a wharf, right? So there was... They have enough city quarters, I think, that they would have a chance of drawing.
Yeah, that's true. They do have 6, looks like, so it was pretty good.
So now Ammo is just going to end it. Doesn't need the C. Oh, well, he will need the C's to score, actually. Right? No, maybe he just has enough already. Yeah.
Yeah, did the fun thing at the end just to spite us.
Mm-hmm. Just like Amo.
Mm-hmm. Real hateful piece of work, that guy.
Amo and Tracer should give us a rematch.
Mm-hmm.
Tracer Shanahan. It's just starting. Looks like they're both going to open Lookout Treasure, I'm going to guess. Maybe Tracer goes for something else. Would have been... Well, probably would have been nicer to get the 4 or the 3/7. That's not possible. I don't know what I'm talking about. So
2/7 would be nice.
Yeah.
I would at least think about taking Puka over Treasurer. Maybe that's bad.
Yeah, you could do that. Puka is just like scary. Everything about Puka is scary.
That's pretty accurate. Because like
you have to look at the Puka art.
You can do a pretty fun thing here where you like have a bunch of treasures and Pukas and just like gain the coppers and feed them to the Pukas and buy Triumph.
Mm-hmm. You just need to generate a bunch of money with no cards in play somehow. And Stampede and Triumph.
Yeah, that's pretty extra tricky given that the only plus buy is model into cavalry or whatever.
Yeah. getting that potion. I guess Alchemist is okay. It's not. You don't have to have it though, at all.
Yeah, I don't like it because I don't know. I'd just rather do the coin smithy engine.
Yeah.
Like you need to contest coins. I think like if you give them 10 coins, they'll just get to do all the stuff. So you may as well get the terminal draw.
Tracer coining. Is this shuffle okay to trigger? Known cheater. Tracer buys cavalry to see what his. He's thinking he can call coin, but you're not allowed to call coin. Mm-hmm. He has to call it at the torturer point. It's not an autoplay, Tracer. He's thinking he can call coin, but he's not allowed to unless he calls it after the torturer. Yeah.
I guess it was just not. Was that ever actually an important point, like before cavalry? Because with Villa, obviously, it doesn't matter.
I also don't know. Coin doesn't even have an autoplay, does it?
Yeah, they're smart ask for not.
How come it doesn't show up in the right click? Oh, because respects. Okay. Yeah. But he was like thinking he could undo the cavalry, but that was never gonna work ever. That's just not allowed in the rules to call it then.
Mm-hmm. I guess there's like some other edge cases where you want to do that. Like you want to call it to have another unique in play for Horn when you don't have any actions.
Mm-hmm.
Or like to pump up your diadem when you don't have any actions. Mm-hmm. Like whoever has a diadem.
Yep. Yeah, there's definitely some cases. Naismith won. So
Honda's out then, I guess.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's just you or him. And I guess the maximally good thing for me happened either way.
That's true. I mean, you're in a pretty good position.
Yeah, but man, I could lose 6-0. I could do it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I would be. I'm happy to only have to win one game. That's much nicer than having to win 2.
Mm-hmm. That's a long delay between him buying that potion and him actually getting to buy an alchemist.
Oh yeah, is that the first one? Wow. Yeah. This is sort of an annoying board to try and trash curses from. I guess sometimes you'll be able to draw up to it, to ones you've discarded to the lookout, but
yeah, I mean, at some point those torturers are going to help with curse trashing, I guess. Well, just
but like it only if you're like already drawing deck, I guess. Also,
yeah,
like because. Well, and there are just various things that can make stuff have things in your discard here. But yeah, probably if you're drawing deck, then you can handle them okay. Nobody really, I guess no one's really done the Torturer stack too much.
And they have a lot of their terminal space tied up in cavalries at this point.
Tracer going to play a bunch of coins. Oh, he won't have to. Never mind. He has just like all the coins. Wow.
Yeah, it seems pretty over because he can just like, if he buys Triumph now.
I'm pretty surprised he took the key actually, but. Guess if you want to double Triumph, though taking one dead is probably okay.
I feel like it was more just about wanting to maximize the oppression on Shanahan and stop him from buying things. Like, what are the standings right now?
A-Libby's in the lead. Tracer is tied with A-Libby. Then with 27, Chest Hick 22, Shanahan 19. So, but there's nobody, unless my thing is desynced again. The gap between 4 and 5 is huge.
Yeah. So I'm definitely out of it at this point.
So it looks like our top 4 are more or less set, unless there's like a bunch of unreported results. Is it a coincidence that A-Libby got to the top on the week that he's in charge?
I don't know.
We may have to run an internal investigation.
I hope the Quarantine Cup organization has some, serious procedures for dealing with this sort of thing.
There's definitely, strict internal regulations to keep all our moderators in check, and
that's good. I wouldn't expect anything less.
I can assure you, we take every necessary measure. Lemon spawn. All right, Tracer finishes the pile out. Big points lead. Now we're just probably going to be looking to clean up whatever ongoing games are still out there. So we got 4 minutes left in the free play, and really, like I said, unless there are a large number of unreported results, the top 4 are more or less fixed. Though the seeding amongst them could shift around. I don't know if any of these other people around the top are playing. Hey Libby is in a game with Amo.
I guess I'll decide the seating there.
Well, Tracer and A-Libby are just going to be... If A-Libby wins it, they'll be tied. Unless Tracer gets in another game, which he could still arrange one. I doubt it. I doubt if A-Libby will have the time unless unless he wants to... Unless one of them resigns really, really, really soon.
Which we can't rule out.
Nope. Shanahan and Chestick are playing, so they could swap spots in seeding if Shanahan wins. Element Mario is going to enter the fray at the last moment.
It's always time to go and get that undefeated record for the day.
Mm-hmm. I guess instead of watching the end of this game, we could see what's happening in the last A-League game.
Yeah, it's worth checking in.
Since there's at least... Oh my gosh. At the very end, I hopped in and said, and the game end pop-up came up. And A. Smith won.
Pulled it out.
Pulled it out.
Well, now I get to be annoyed at the second tiebreaker, I guess.
Yeah, it's the worst thing.
Yeah, time-honored tradition of league.
Yeah. All right, well, congrats to N.A. Smith. Sorry, xyrix. You had to hear it this way.
Yeah, it's just crushed.
Can go back to the A-Libby game, I guess. Honda was probably demoralized for the last game.
Yeah, it's hard to be motivated, or at least as motivated as the other person when you don't actually have anything on the line.
Yeah.
Well, that looks like a disgusting board that they played there. Groom, encampment, experiment, stonemason.
That sounds great. It's moving horses and proto horses back and forth. Play groom, gain 3 horses.
Yeah,
I love it.
That's a machine.
This is sort of an interesting board. Kind of think I wish that kind of think I want a second bounty hunter for A-Libby. Watchtower looks nice too. Just go ahead and buy that province, yeah.
This is one of those boards where I'm kind of tempted to use the bounty hunter as payload.
Mm-hmm. there's at least a couple turn windows where it's okay. Or where it can do that a little bit.
Yeah, well, with Watchtower, it's a lot less bad because you can like exile copper or whatever, and then buy the copper to get it back off, and then trash the one that you bought so that you're not like snowballing there.
Yeah. I guess you'd have to be in a spot where you didn't have a bunch of coppers on the exile. Otherwise, it's kind of...
Yeah, I mean, you use curses instead, probably.
Yeah, I mean, it could work for Libby since he trashed his coppers.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't exile them, so he could do that. He could do the copper thing you're saying, for sure. With ammo, be probably not worthwhile, but...
You can also like exile horse and then buy ride at the end of the turn.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah, that sounds like maybe more effort I would put into getting $3, but since you're not getting to play the horse. Libby's deck is running really well the past 2 turns.
Yeah, I mean, if you get having the bounty hunter in this sort of deck is great because like that's the one thing that kills you is having to hold green.
Yep. And Province Hamlet buy is nice. Still has 2 bounty hunter plays next turn that activate. By then you maybe don't care too much about getting activation. If the provinces are at 3 or 4 or whatever. Guess Naismith, or not Alibi, probably both of them real dependent on whether they find a watchtower. Yeah. Why did Alibi resign?
It seemed not.
Maybe just resigning for the sake of moving the tournament forward, possibly. I don't know.
Very generous of him. He wants to go do mod stuff.
Didn't look lost by any means.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess for him it's not going to affect the seeding probably. Well, Chestick and Shanahan were playing, so it could, but oh well. We can see that game. That's probably the last relevant game. And whoever wins this will be, well, Shanahan wins, he'll be 3rd, and Chestick will be 4th. If Chestick wins, Chestick will be 2nd. Shanahan will be 4th, and Libby will be 3rd. Tracer is 1st no matter what. Oh, we got a nice horses procession board. It's always fun.
Yeah, especially with the supplies.
Mm-hmm.
Some supplies procession.
Mm-hmm. So I'm buying a duchy. Guess just scrambling to finish off. Pretty surprised that it got to that point. You would think they would be able to have known about Lookout, or I guess they did churches instead.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah. I would not have expected the game to get into duchy stuff, but I guess it did. Yeah, I agree that like doing church over lookout seems fine. I might have done both.
Yeah, I guess the proc horse stuff doesn't really move the piles because there's only 4 other than proc.
Yeah. This amount of points differential though is really just not recoverable unless you have way more payload than it looks like these decks have.
Yeah, I mean all you get is expand, I guess. So
because it's just double duchy. It shouldn't have trashed that copper. Now you can't double duchy. Oh no, you can because supplies. Okay. Still, it looks better to have a horse on top than to trash a copper at the start of your shuffle like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, should have been not trash copper, but trash silver and play supplies. Anyway, that's more than half VP. So I guess not technically maybe with Locust, but I think it's pretty close to it either way. All right, so Shanahan moves up into third. So Tracer versus Chest Tick and Shanahan versus A Libby are pairings. Which one do you want to watch?
I don't really have
any opinions. We can ask Dombot.
Could ask Dombot.
I don't actually know how to do that, but
me neither. I tried once and it didn't work.
I'm gonna go to Thunder Votes and see what Tracer does.
We can just watch whoever starts first. That seems
that's
like
actually
a good way
that's
to do
probably it. Tracer's opponent's not there yet. A Libby's opponent is, so I think they're probably gonna be the ones to make it.
This looks like a fun board. You got some Ox.
Oh, there's Ox. Yeah, I didn't see Ox. It was one of those situations where I was about to comment on the lack of villages before I'd gotten over to the side there. Guess you probably do some double tack thing.
Do you? I don't know, because I want wishes and that pushes me away
from... That's true. Maybe it's not. Yeah, that would be the downside. You're not going to use the golds.
I think you can just do swashbuckler draw engine.
Yeah.
Fine.
You can do it. It won't be that consistent. It's actually going to... I mean, how thin you are, but...
Well, you can also just get a lot of swashbucklers, and then if you ox some,
right,
you're fine.
I guess what I'm thinking... So what does push away is Leprechaun, right? But you're a little sensitive to your sequence of activating the Leprechaun. Maybe it doesn't matter. But for some reason, my picturing the necro smithy style is that it would have a harder time doing leprechauns when you want, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, no, I mean, it would definitely. I mean, you just play with so many leprechauns too, and then just locks a bunch of them.
Right, right. Yeah. That's definitely good point. Because yeah, you can have several, and it doesn't matter unless you draw them. I mean, even if you're using them at the end for village, that's fine too. Oh, hit by Envious.
Yeah, it's a rough one.
So nobody. What did they open? Band's nice. I would not open Skulk. I mean, I guess it's like an inheritance angle, but it's still kind of hard to draw that.
Yeah, I would start with the temple.
Shanahan does get the inheritance. Don't you just like think about maybe just inheriting like Leprechaun? Maybe it's way worse than doing Candlestick Maker right away.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it matters that much. Probably Leprechaun is better, yeah.
I'm not actually sure. It just seemed like it would be like normally like a weird inheritance target, right? And so I was just kind of thinking if that was sort of an odd but maybe good play this time.
I mean, it's tempting to just say it doesn't matter, but it probably will matter at some point.
Right. Should be double swash. Maybe swash. No, Shanahan already has the band. I don't like.
Yeah,
I don't like the number of estates so far. It's like heavier, or I would have used the coffers to get the draw for sure. Monument. Like here even I would double swash. I guess like before the shuffle it's not totally as clear, but I mean since you're not triggering the shuffle it's not totally clear. But that war cost him that's really funny. That's really funny. He had no 3 or 4 costs in the deck. Right? It didn't hit, right?
And he's only got the Skulk, right?
Yeah. It just flipped a million things, but I would yet again be interested in more draw.
Yeah, the coffin, there we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna yeah.
Then the ducats can run really fast if the estates go. I bet he should, like, I think Buckler Temple. Yeah, I would have gone ahead and spent it for the 5.
Yeah, that Temple's looking real good.
They're saving coffers more than I would like. But. Now a Libby can take it and be looking pretty good. Like he can even add another point to it. Trash a card and get 6 points.
Not bad at all.
Maybe you buy an estate, not sure. What did the swashbuckler draw? Just a single gold? No, I don't think I like that. Versus trashing a copper, but
I mean, you could have done both. You could have boxed the skull.
Oh, right. Yeah. So now Shanahan's gonna have to start buying provinces this turn, or just have no shot, I think. Bad draw for a Libby though, so he does have a couple turns.
Yeah, it looks like Shanahan has 6 swashes. That's pretty nice. Or no, I counted
And
wrong.
just split. So now I think either province or double province. Goes with the double.
Yeah, I have no idea how many.
Using the coffers early to green is not so clear. Whereas using it to get the building stuff, I think is clear. But since you do have tons of buy, using it for that is not totally clear to me. But there is some advantage to having the points lead.
It also has that interaction with the chest, and whether you want to keep that.
Mm-hmm. Double estate, not sure. That's a little scary, actually, lowering there. Maybe it's fine, but
it just doesn't do that much for you anyways.
Yeah. Definitely necro the temple first. Hey, Libby's deluded, oh no. Can't buy all these actions. Gets a wish.
Very nice. That's a little bit of nice pile pressure. Given that that's essentially 2 games.
Yeah. I think you probably just do monument. Yeah, I agree. Just buy a province. I would not spend 5 to go to duchy. That I think would be bad. Just take the province.
I mean, yeah, just take the province.
You're gonna have the buy. I mean, you'll probably have the buys anyway. It's fun. They get to pass the treasure chest back all the time. And treasure chest is one of the artifacts where, as you're passing it back and forth, each person gets the benefit rather than nobody gets the benefit.
I mean, yeah, the benefit of this, I don't know if I want the treasure chest at this point. I mean, it's fine, but
I mean, I don't know that like drawing, like, you know, playing an additional swashbuckler or something that doesn't necessarily net you a whole lot more than playing a gold here. I don't know if their decks have just the nature of their payload, right? Is pretty much just some money of one form or another. So I think probably getting gold is better than not. It definitely will mean you draw fewer cards, but it's like the cards you're drawing aren't like super better than gold.
Yeah, just kind of like the little things you get around the edges, like being able to play more skulks and monuments.
Yeah. I think the skulks at this point are pretty bad. Maybe there are a few that could hit pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, Envious looms somewhere. I don't know, I'm dragging the deck, but...
Have they shuffled it yet?
I feel like they must have. Maybe not.
I don't think they've played 21 skulks. I actually don't know what the 3 of 9 means. I never remember which is which, but I'm assuming they've played skulk 6 times.
Yeah, I think that's right. Or 9 times?
Yeah.
10 times.
Yeah. Okay. Right. It's not. Yeah. It makes sense. 9 times. You might as well play the swashbuckler. Try and not spend as many tokens when you buy your duchy. But now I don't know if he goes. I guess you can't double. Double's really bad. Well, wait, who went first? Yeah, Alibi could double now. Double duchy. Just because Shanahan, I mean, of course, there are a few different ways Shanahan could get an additional point, but.
Yeah, I don't know if that's better than Temple Duchy, but.
Yeah, that's true. Here, Shanahan just has double province, though.
That will do it. All right. Tracer says he has defeated Chestic.
All right. So we're going to have Shanahan versus Tracer for our final. I don't know who's going to make the table. Tracer has a table.
Tracer is one of the top table makers, I would say. Probably like you, me, and him are like in the top 3
of like In what context? Just in general?
Like percentage of matches played,
yeah,
like
that make the table. I honestly, yesterday I felt so bad. I thought I had J Nails in my friends list. And so I was looking in the matching tab, see if he was online. I didn't see him. Mm-hmm. And so I went in, I made a table. I just sat there, you know, and he showed up eventually. But I don't have any idea. And then I didn't notice the entire time we were playing that his little heart was not filled in. Yeah. And then I saw in my video that I didn't have him as a friend. And I realized he might have, I mean, when I logged in, he might very well have been sitting at a table waiting for me. And I just got online, made a table, didn't check, you know. But I like always do that. I just make the table. It's like my habit, but I don't. I try to look in matching, but I just assumed. So I'm sorry, J Nails, if you ever hear this. And if you did make a table, I didn't mean to snub it.
You gotta watch J Nails' video, obviously, and see if it starts with him complaining about.
Right. It was really just psychological warfare.
Yeah.
Just tilt him at the beginning. Well, I went when I noticed in the video symbol, I went and I clicked the heart. So, or I did more than I typed his name out. But honestly just thought I already had him. But I also didn't notice the entire match. Gambling.
That's clutch to get that embargo on down.
Yeah, I wouldn't want him buying a university.
I mean, I would definitely have got them taken the potion, and then I guess fallen victim to this embargo thing.
That is funny that he got there and got the embargo fast enough. That is pretty wild gambling, actually. Mm-hmm. Turn 3 buy the embargo, turn 4 he top stick a curse. Turn 4 get the embargo down by gambling. Pretty funny. One university is probably worth 1 curse for sure, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if you
on this board would have been. Now, was it worth a curse and a potion? I'm not sure. Like, I don't know if every university is worth a curse. The first one seems like it definitely is. It would have been nice to get in the first one without the embargo, for sure. Because like additional ones, that's hard to draw through. It's already hard to draw through stuff here.
Yeah, there's a lot of payoff if you ever get to that big tragic hero bank turn, which I guess is not like gamble does make that easier, kind of. I mean, it makes it easier for you to match the stuff.
You can play the banks. Like, let's say the banks are still in the discard. It can help you get to the banks. Mm-hmm. Which is very possible that they would still, that you're not able to draw to them, I think, here.
Yeah.
I don't know that anyone's ever going to pull that off, to be honest. Without some trashing. While being under the ghost ship attack, I'm not sure they're going to get there, but maybe they will.
Yeah. I would definitely try out this board. I would not be 100% confident in succeeding, but that is what I would do.
Well, I think you go for it. I mean, I think that deck is probably, it's good. Even if it doesn't, do everything you want it to, it's still better than the alternatives. Mm-hmm. Or at the very least, it's like competitive with them, I would think.
This trick with seal and gamble that Tracer found is pretty nice. Where you just gamble the drawing stuff as seal, and then you have your top deck. Mine. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm not sure about mine.
I'm going to go ahead and say, well, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say no mine.
Stuff sure is sad here. What's gonna happen is they're gonna just like 3-pile eventually. Probably. I don't know what the third pile is. That's the kind of the issue.
It has to be. Well, yeah, no. You have to empty one of them and draw cards, which takes a while.
Yeah. I wonder if someone just having covens would be in a good spot, you know. Just scoring a little bit while working towards a third pile.
Yeah, I could definitely see it being worth to pick up one for Tracer, especially because he seems to have more of the terminal space issues.
Just top deck Monument Village Copper and pass.
I think I would top deck Mining Village Estate and buy Fisherman.
Were they cheap enough? I mean, if that was, yeah, that makes sense too. Yeah. Shanahan got wrecked by Ghost Ship this shuffle so far. It's
a very mean card.
Just has done nothing.
Tracer takes gold over bank. I would think bank is mostly going to be better.
Yeah. It seems like it'd be kind of hard. I mean, it depends, right? If you're playing any reactions, it's probably not. But I guess you could get stuck in one of these Ghost Ship hands. So then you probably try to just pass the bank along. Yikes. I thought is Tragic Hero Bank and Gamble a loop? I don't know. Maybe. There might be conditions under which it is. I don't know if they're never going to reach it here, but I don't think.
Yeah, maybe it could be a loop. I don't see why not.
Isn't the problem that the well, maybe it loops. I think you probably need quite a few treasures, right? Well, I guess it only costs like 9. Yeah, the hard thing to do here is to ever draw the deck. Is Tracer the one with the coven, or is it Shanahan?
That's Shanahan.
Ghost Ship has really, really, really been brutal to Shanahan.
Yeah, I mean, Tracer really has not had any, like, hands where he's missed it in a while. I guess he had one on turn 20 there.
But... yeah, this is pretty bad for Tracer. Now that there's this big point gap and stuff is low. Shanahan will need to like some point you have to be willing to blow up some mining villages to buy province, I think, but think I'd just buy gold here, I guess. I don't know. Like, I would be thinking about blowing up some of these mining villages. Maybe you won't need it, but you really want to buy a province here. And, you know, more than a province would have been fine too. Yeah, I think I would have been pretty happy to trade 2 mining villages for a second province this turn. Maybe premature on that, but
am I reconnected now?
Tracer should, I think, absolutely play the tragic hero. I think. Goes with goes with getting the ghost ship. No, never mind. Thought he was going to try and get the ghost ship attack in. I don't really understand what Tracer...
I meant not.
I was going to say, otherwise, like, what was the point of that at all? That makes more sense. Here, the bank over gold is gonna cost Shanahan a province. They also should have trashed the mining village. I don't know why they're so like not doing that.
Yeah, that's the problem I always have with mining village, which is why it's on my ban list now. I just can't bring myself to click on the trash button.
This order was also incredibly bad. The top decking of the top decking of the ghost ship was super bad. You want to put the mining. I mean, if you're not, I mean, if you blow them up and buy a duchy, then you justify it. But if you don't blow them up, if you don't blow them up, then it's completely terrible. Trash it. Yay.
All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Once you start to blow the mining village.
His problem, the Coven problem now is that Tracer, you know, well, he probably doesn't have the buys to do it, but he's not so far. Like if Tracer, yeah, Tracer could probably buy curses this turn. You might as well. You might as well at least play them as seals.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't hurt you to play them as seals. He's just trying to gamble for another Treasure Hero play, I think. He didn't buy the curses. I would have. I guess that's pretty bad. Why the duchy? This is such a funny game now. I would seriously consider.
I'm sort of confused as to what all the gambling is trying to accomplish, but
I'm often confused about that with respect to gambling. Why did he keep the mine village? All right.
Here we are.
Tracer has the... Oh, he didn't do the... He did what I apparently did one game. He didn't play the seal when he had the guaranteed 8.
Yeah.
If the Tragic Hero hadn't drawn any money. But anyway, he didn't get punished by it. Oh, good point, RTT. Either way, it was all guaranteed then. All right, well, congrats to Tracer. Still our most quarantined individual in history. No one will come near him.
Very far away, yes.
So, good job, Tracer. And thanks everybody who came out and played or listened in. And thanks, Xyrix, for sitting here and talking with me to A-Libby for 2.5 hours.
My pleasure. Good times.
And we'll see y'all later.
Yeah, thanks for listening.